Hi everyone, welcome to the second episode of We Talk Bola, a Singaporean football podcast done by a couple of friends. Right, so we were three people last week, but this week we're only two people. We're down by one because of I think he's busy with work. So yeah, Brian will not be around for this podcast, so it's just down to me and my friend Saiful.
Hey everybody! Yep, it's going to be two of us only for this episode. Hopefully we can get Brian again for the next one. So yes, all right. For this,
So
what are we going to talk about
yeah.
for this week?
We're going to talk about Game Week 5 for this week. We covered Game Week for the previous week and some midweek games as well.
Okay.
This week, midweek games are going to be a little bit less detailed because I think there's only the Carabao Cup, if I'm not wrong,
Yes, that's right.
going on, the third round. And we're just going to cover the major matches for the last weekend's round of games. We'll begin with Liverpool and Everton. The Merseyside Derby is
Yes,
supposed to be
the
the
itself. Mhm.
highlight, showcase, early kickoff. Unfortunately, I would say a little bit of a muted derby in the end.
Yeah,
Like,
I was
usually
expecting
it's
more.
very
Yes.
fiery, right?
Yeah, usually for the past few derbies, especially when it comes to Liverpool and Everton, it's always going to be very rough. It's going to be very chaotic. But then I think is that this game itself is quite slow. It's not as fast paced as we thought it's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of to me it's a bit disappointing because usually derby itself you expected more from both teams. But then
You thought everyone would like go hard, especially
Yeah.
early season. Everyone's still quite fit.
yeah, it's only starting of the season itself. So it's kind of I would say is that despite the win for Liverpool has scored actually had what's the score for the game itself?
2-1.
It's 2-1.
Liverpool,
But then if you
yeah.
look at the game itself, it's quite quite slow pace, if I would say. I think they played pretty well on the first half itself. First half, Everton was trying their best to defend as much as they can. Liverpool was playing pretty well for the first half itself. And then
Yeah.
what happened after that? If you see...
Yeah, disappointing to see Liverpool play so well in the first half an hour or so, and then they comfortably closed out the first half. It was like the 2-0 lead. Right, all is going well. Liverpool finally broke the curse of late goals. So
Yes.
I don't even know if you can call it a curse, because they got wins off the was it 5 games in a row?
They had last
Late
minute
goals?
wins. Yes. So it's surprising that
Five games in a row they scored in added time.
Yeah,
And
so it's
for
like
the first time they
for the
didn't
first
do it.
time, guess right. The first time they scored actually more than 2 goals. Scored 2 goals in the first half itself. Unlike the other few games that they had, they scored very close to dying minutes of the game itself. So yes,
Yeah, especially the last one, the Burnley game, they got needed a lucky penalty at
that
the
was a
end
lucky
win.
penalty. But oh well, it happened.
Yeah, that hits the arm. The new handball rule is kind of
It's
weird these days. Not gonna lie, they don't even know where the arm starts anymore. Hit the elbow or handball.
everything is it's so right now is that if you look at the whole refereeing or the VAR, it's kind of messy in a way. But then it is what it is. The team has to go and manage the expectations especially when it comes to playing well, or if let's say one mistake then can make them lose the game. So yeah. All right, let's go back to the game itself.
We'll get back to VAR later on. I guess like
Yes.
towards the end of the game, there was a really poor challenge that VAR failed again. But we will just move on with the summary of the stuff. Gravenberch playing very well again,
What a game!
leading
what
the
a-
way for Liverpool, right?
Yes, it took him a while to get used to it. I guess this is the prime version that we are expecting to see, especially from him, because
Yeah, the
back
first
when
few games he was a bit slow.
he was
coming
slow.
in.
He was not
Really
really that.
oh, is he gonna be as good as last season? And then
Yes.
he showed.
So this game itself, he showed his quality. What a
Yes.
true ball he had. He gave given to who's the scorer again for the game?
Ekitike.
Yes, Ekitike. So what a true ball is that to him, and then for him to score so early in the game, it finally stopped the curse whereby people were saying, "Oh, he scored last minute." So this time round, instead of 1 goal, they scored 2 goals.
Gravenberch, his goal was really good though. I don't even know how he managed to hook the ball into the side netting from
Yes.
his position, because he did the shot is very unorthodox. It's not like the usual side foot that you see. You just try to lob it in from the right side of the box. It was really, really good goal. He started the move as well that allowed him to get into the box.
Yes, correct. But also, if you look at Everton itself, Everton also was playing pretty well. If you look at the second half, how well did they play? If you see the way that Grealish rejuvenate his career after joining Everton, my goodness.
Yeah.
Every single game he was playing pretty well. He has shown his quality. It's like as if he has shown his form that he was at Aston Villa itself, and then now he's showing it at Everton. Your thoughts about the the Everton side itself?
Yeah, Grealish, I think, started his career well at Everton on the loan move. He was at one point, I think, the most expensive footballer in Premier League history, 100 million.
And then
since the past, I think, by Declan Rice and that's, but Moises Caicedo as well. So I think prices are quite inflated these days.
Yeah, it's crazy now with English taxes coming in, all this kind of thing. So
people are saying like Grealish isn't worth 100 million, but
man,
if he plays like this for Everton, is he not worth 100 million?
Yeah, he is. And then man, if he continue this what we call his trajectory that he's playing right now, his form that he has right now as well, I think he will be a very good player. Whoever
he didn't get the assist, I think, but he got the key pass. He crossed it to Njai, and Njai laid it off to Gay, Idrissa Gana Gay, and Gay scored a very, very good goal. I think he gave the keeper no chance right in the top corner. You can have the best keeper in the world, you won't stop that.
True. In this game itself, you can see how well he played. The number of passes he kept, the number of passes and crosses that he gave into the goal itself. It's just unfortunate that there wasn't any scorer at the other end itself. So yes.
Yeah, Beto played very poorly.
Very. So
he got pulled off half time, if I'm not wrong.
Then the key passes that he has provided, I think you can see that he is starting to really find himself again in this Everton team. I felt that if you look at his style of play, right, it actually suits pretty well for Everton itself because Everton needed a quality player that actually can help
going
run
forward. Yeah, yes. They need someone to be creative.
Correct. So
he
has
generally
been the drive.
lack the creativity, right? Usually, I think it's only Dwight McNeil providing the creative side in front. That's it.
But then you can see that he's starting to find his rhythm here, which is I'm hoping that he continue playing well, because I hope he can start playing and scoring more often. Fantasy Football League, please do well.
Fantasy football, but fantasy football. I think some people also didn't get very good points in the end. I think a lot of people captain Salah and didn't get anything out of Salah this week. Salah got nothing.
Speaking of Salah, oh my goodness, he has not been finding form at all this season as well.
And people thought, Champions League, Salah's back again. Like one deflected goal from the Robertson, then one very good, well taken goal as per usual by Mo Salah. But come on, that doesn't say anything. You can have one good game and then go back to having a poor game again.
Yeah.
So Liverpool, I think defensively not very good. They actually gave the ball away for Everton's goal. McAllister tried to play the ball around.
That's true.
And then didn't succeed. Like, don't play the first time pass if you're 2-0 up. In the middle of the park, you can play a little bit safer and nobody's gonna criticize you for it. Your game management.
It's pretty poor. Like you can see, if you look at the defense itself, you have an aging Van Dijk. You also have an aging Robertson as well. And then you also have a makeshift right. Is it makeshift? Is it a makeshift player? Yes. If you look at the is it the right back? Is it the right back?
But if I'm not wrong, Szoboszlai wasn't playing right back for this one.
He wasn't playing right, but
he shifted back into the centre of midfield again for this game. Yeah.
So you can see is that the defense is pretty shaky right now because of the injuries. I believe it's a few injuries which I'm not really sure. Sorry, ain't no Liverpool fan here, so it's true. So but then you can really see that how well they had to play makeshift defenses in order to make sure that they actually played in a way that they can do right now. So
I mean, moving forward, we have to do more homework on Liverpool, however much we don't want to.
Yeah. But
they are
then other
getting the
than-
results, man. 15 points from 5 games, like the full 100% record. I think the only team right now with that.
Who else has the team scores?
I think even in Europe, they are one of the few left with a 100% record.
100%
Because
records.
PSG lost to Marseille in Le Classique.
Yeah, so
Marseille robbed a 1-0 win. So PSG have finally lost in the domestic season as well.
well, let's
on-
see
on the other end.
how long Liverpool can actually stay unbeaten.
Yeah.
But then of course we need, if let's say in order for them to actually reach that unbeaten few match rows in a row, they need to have their players to find form. I think Salah is slowly picking up. He's not really doing pretty well in the first half, but you'll never know. So last season
McAllister also quite slow this season.
yeah.
Not sure what happened to him.
Yeah,
Last season he was like one of their best players.
yes, that's right.
McAllister.
But then also you have
So
to understand
kinda
also
weird.
they lose one of their key players who passed away early before that.
Right.
So it was unfortunate.
Yeah, the late Diogo Jota. It's still so sad to talk about him in this manner.
May he rest in peace. Hopefully Liverpool find a rhythm again. Yes, although yes they may be winning for the past 5 games, but then they are not really showing
Convincing at all, yeah.
Yes.
But I don't think. I heard some Liverpool fans talk about it. They kept saying like no, they're not worried because it's like everyone around them, all their rivals are worried about them, but they're not worried because they know they're getting the job done. Because they have 15 points at the end of the day.
Yeah,
So
at the
there's
end
not
of
much
the
you
day,
can
it's
say
the
about
3
that.
points that important. So
Yeah, results-based business, man. Football.
Right.
Right. So some interesting notes from the Liverpool Everton game. The stats. Gravenberch, youngest player to assist and score in the same game in a Merseyside Derby. Right, I think Gravenberch is only 23.
Wow, he's
That's
23.
extremely young. Yeah, with he's playing, you 27, 28. Insane ability on the ball, and then ability to also give great passes.
Yes,
Yeah, he's I think right now the perfect midfielder for the Premier League.
Yeah, he's starting to find his form again, which is good. But then
He's
of
also
course,
like strong physically as well. Like
Yes.
6'3", very strong, able to withstand challenges. But he's not really box to box. He's still
it's not,
considered
it's not. It's more,
more
of
of
like
a deeper playing. Yeah,
deep line side. So yeah, but then
yeah.
we'll
He's,
see
he's
how
more
it
he's
goes
more of
in
a
there.
deep lying. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so but then of course, like I said, he's been playing pretty well. So hopefully he will continue to find his pace and then showing his form again, because it's wow, what a talent you have there.
What a talent! Even if it is from a rival team, you have to appreciate such footballing talent.
Yes, that's true.
Right. Liverpool won their first 5 games for the 5th occasion, and the last time they did it was in the 1920 COVID season.
Yeah, it's 1920. How many years was that? It's almost 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was the last time they won 5 on the bounce in the first 5. So that season was crazy because Liverpool broke a lot of records that season. They failed to match the City Centurions. They ended on 99, I think, because they in their last 11 games they only got 20 points.
20 points.
But the most impressive part was that the first 27 games they had 79 points because the only draw came against Man City. They beat everyone else. And then Watford came along and gave them reality check. They lost 3-0.
So who was that Watford player?
I think that season Liverpool had the same thing as well. They kept winning at the last minute, late goals. Kept winning. Could it be a repeat of COVID season?
We'll see.
We'll see, right?
As long
There's
as
still a long way to go. Like 30 odd games to go still.
But then, do you think they can sustain this kind of playing style? Because
Definitely
I
not.
don't think
Like
so. They
if you do this towards the end of the season, I would say yes. Probably sustainable. You will somehow
Yeah.
get over the line. To do it this early, I think
can. It's a
we
very
might.
dangerous game.
Yeah, very dangerous because
So,
it gives opponents your vulnerabilities. It's like, oh,
and then
they
the
know
players
that
they
you're
have-
weak there, and then if one manager gets it right, you drop points.
Yeah, and someone is that he needs to find the new players. who
Balance.
join in.
I think he needs to find balance as well.
Yeah.
After he got it, Liverpool was so good offensively, but defensively they're starting to show that they are weak.
They need to
They're
find.
not as strong as last season.
Yes, correct. So because right now is that they are somehow they managed to make their makeshift defense work, but then for how long? And then
But
they
the
can't
numbers not very promising for them because they consider an average of 1 goal a game. Right now it's like five in
goals.
5.
Yeah.
But is that really a problem because they actually had a couple clean sheets as well inside those games. I think they had 2 clean sheets, like one against Arsenal, in Burnley.
Okay.
So yeah, they really have to shore up their defense right now. It's not really doing that
It's
well.
not really showing
Like
signs.
and then they also won the game in midweek in the Carabao Cup. They beat Southampton 2-1. They also kind of just laboured through 2-1. Late goal from Ekitike, and Ekitike got himself sent off. So, which brings us to our next point. Liverpool are facing Palace in the weekend's game, this coming weekend.
So what's your thought about Liverpool against Crystal Palace? Do you think will they manage to grind to the scores again, or you think or Crystal Palace will do better?
Palace are home, so I think they have a chance to cause an upset, even take some points off Liverpool, because they played pretty well, I think, in the Community Shield.
Okay.
At the beginning of the season, technically pre-season, 1 week of the season. So Palace got a draw on that one, but that time they still had Eze, right? They lost Eze to Arsenal. They managed to keep Gueye.
Surprisingly, they managed to keep Gueye though. I thought he was about to leave the team.
Yeah, the move was called off last minute. Because I think Glasner gave an ultimatum to the Palace board. He said, if you sell Gueye in this window,
the team will.
I'm out. He will resign. So, being the only manager to bring any success to Crystal Palace, he obviously will be very rough to let him go, right? It will be very rough.
You're losing
key
players.
He wins the only trophy in history, and then you, over this kind of disagreement, you just let him go. no way, right? The fans will riot.
Tell me about losing. If let's say they lose 1 or 2, is fine. But then if you're losing all the key players, that's an issue, is it?
And then you lose the manager.
Yes, losing a manager is another one more headache for them to think. But if you look at Crystal Palace team itself, they have quite quality players itself. Like for example, Gueye for the defense itself, and then they also have the midfielder, Wharton. That's a very good midfielder as well. So.
And then Mateta was been very good under Glasner, but I think before Glasner, nobody really thought Mateta was that good. Everyone was like, Mateta again, he's gonna miss. Yeah, now he's very clinical. He's
being very clinical. So you can see
he can do the power shots into the top corner. He can do a very nice finish with the side foot. He can score a header. He's become so rounded under Glasner.
And then on top of that, he's playing the 3 backline defense team, which somehow he managed to make it work. Unfortunately for United, doesn't work at all. Kudos to him, because if he can do it with the players, I don't understand how United can do that as well.
I think Liverpool will struggle to score against Palace because maybe they will get a goal, but I feel like they won't get too many because Palace have the best defense alongside Arsenal in the current standings. They joined best defense, conceding twice in the first 5 games. And I think they're the only other unbeaten team other than Liverpool. So this game could be who loses first.
Yeah.
Who's the first
who's the one to break
to finally take a L.
Yes. We'll see how they goes from this game itself. But then of course we're looking forward to see how they play, because you can see is that Crystal Palace also have a very strong team, despite the their slow starts earlier on last season, but then they played pretty well this season, losing quite a number of key players, but still playing well right now. And then the way they played, despite having a different tactic, is pretty well. So yes, we'll see how it goes in the game itself. I'm looking forward to see the Crystal Palace game against Liverpool. I wish they could stop.
Hoping Palace do well for sure. As a rival fan.
For sure. I'm looking forward to that game as well. We'll see how well Crystal Palace play against a so-called on-form Liverpool team. Okay.
It's a spectacle that we will all look forward to this coming weekend, right? So next on our agenda is Manchester United versus Chelsea, one of the other big games.
Oh, that game.
This weekend has a couple of big games, right?
Yeah, there's quite a number of big games coming up this weekend.
Quite a
as well.
number.
So yes, but of course we'll be talking about the Manchester United versus Chelsea game.
Yeah.
Let's just say is that Amorim managed to find his tactic work for this game itself because of a blunder from Chelsea's keeper to get sent off in the 5th minute, which is kind of mind-boggling actually, because if you look at the game they played itself, I thought if there wasn't any sending off, and there will be a very tight game because Liverpool, because Chelsea has actually have a very good team. Despite most of them are youngsters, they have quality ones. Like for example, you have Palmer. Palmer is actually finding form as well. Pedro was playing very well since joining as well. Saloba is finding form as well. But then other than that, I don't see Manchester United actually playing that well because of the defense. Unfortunately for Chelsea, Sanchez was sent off at the 5th minute, and of course Manchester United played well. They played their pressing game very well from the starting, which we can all know that they play well for the first few minutes and then slow down after that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Sanchez before he got sent off, he had a decent save actually from a early United chance. The early chance from Mbumo. Mbumo had a header from a Dogu cross. I think Cheslea tried to reach for it, missed, and then it bounced to Mbumo at the far post. He hits it straight at Sanchez. So just less than a minute later, I think there was a through ball.
It was a brilliant through ball
to Mbumo, and then Sanchez decides to just run right through Mbumo. I don't even understand.
Why he has to do so. Because if you look at the game itself, right, in the play itself, there are already 2 defenders marking Mbumo. So why do you need to run forward? If you want to just corner him off, prevent him from doing fun, it's fine. But then for him to launch a stupid leg at him and then get sent off, it's kind of stupid actually.
I think it's the fastest sending off Chelsea have had in their Premier League history.
Yeah. What a blunder.
You saw Maresca's face as well at the end. He was like, oh my
I think
God,
he was,
what is this?
if he had shown the camera longer, he would have done a Mamma Mia. Then, why do you get sent off? Oh my goodness. But then of course,
imagine losing your keeper after 4 minutes, your whole game plan does fall.
But I don't understand what was he doing after that, because yes, you got one of your strikers, you got one of your keepers sent off. You could have taken out one of your number 10s or your midfielders to sort for a goalkeeper, but nope. What he did was actually killed the game totally. He took out all his attackers, which until now I don't understand why he has to do so. And then after that, the moment they did that, it kind of killed Chelsea's chance of actually scoring a goal after that. So it was a full-on defense. You can see that they want to park the bus, but then United somehow managed to find a way to score the second goal as well. So which is kind of mind-boggling in a way, because right now also, if you notice from United also, they are struggling to score goals as well.
Yeah, so he decides to just take off his attackers, and I think but Palmer was forced because I think Palmer picked up a calf injury or something.
That's right.
Then Maresca felt like he gave up.
Instantly.
Right after the sending off, he just gave up completely.
I was thinking is that, is it gonna be because he knows he's not gonna be playing very well because of that. He decided to rest some of his players for the upcoming match he has in the midweek. My thought is that, but then to think about it is that one was an overkill, because to be honest with you, they could have still win something if they do it by counter, because if
I feel like he could have just stuck with his plan for a bit.
Yeah,
like,
he could just stick it at
see
least for
how
the first
things
half
go,
an hour. Correct.
But he decided to let's just close shop and move on to the next game already.
Yeah, the moment he took out all his key players, you can see there's not even a leader there in the team itself after that. Who else can they rely on?
It's really rough. Like, apart from Captain Reece James, I think most of them don't really have experience.
Yeah, it's a very young team. It's a very, very young team itself. Yes, they have talent. Other than that, other than Reece James, of course, we have Cucurella. Cucurella also is a senior player. But he too has weird weird games that he's playing himself. He was being a douchebag with
not his best game as well.
Yeah. The way Mazraoui just hammered him after that, oh my goodness. You can see the from
let's talk about the United game plan? Like how well did they execute it?
I thought they played pretty well. There was a few surprises that I didn't expect to see. For example, I didn't expect to see the lead to actually run to the midfield and then play at the as high as he was at them. Because I thought it was at first I thought it's gonna be a bit risky because you have Shaw, who is not as fast as he used to be, and then Maguire, who's also not as fast. So to have him run forward to the midfield positions and then to play that high, I was a bit concerned. But surprisingly, they play well. And then other than that,
it helps that Chelsea went down to 10, so it's not as much of a threat.
Exactly.
To
it was
high,
lucky. So. I guess it was a chance for the lead to actually show what he can do as well. But to be honest, what a player he is actually. I think he's been. I've been saying it throughout last season as well. When players are still saying why is he there, I felt that he was one of the good players that we have in the defense. One of the most reliant, I would say. If he's not injured, he's always showing his all. I think he's like one of the one for sure play other than Lenny Yoro. So just that this.
I feel like the league has disrespected a bit because he won the Copa Trophy in 2019.
Exactly.
For best young player in the world.
So for him,
and the first winner was Mbappe. So his name is up there with the greats.
Yes.
Of current day. So, I mean, he's not shown the level that he had at Ajax, but
that's true.
I think he can get back.
He's slowly finding his form to where he was at his best. And I'm not gonna jinx myself, but I do foresee seeing him as one of the captains in the near future, because the way he command the defense, the way he play all this out, and then
he was captain at Ajax at 19.
Exactly. So I foresee him being the next captain in the near future. If
he definitely has the captain, like the leadership
mentality,
qualities.
He's the mentality there. So yes.
Yeah, for sure. So let's talk about the United goals. Great couple of goals in the first half. Bruno Fernandes scoring at 14.
Correct. What a goal he came in.
I think it was a goal in the 6-yard box.
That's right. It was a close call.
It looked like offside, but it wasn't. It wasn't called.
It wasn't at all. So there were looks into whether he's going to be offside or not, but yes, he is not offside. There was another player that who actually was in front of him, but Sesko was there, but he did not touch the goal itself. So of course, Bruno Fernandes came in, and what a goal he got after that. So yeah.
Yeah, still one of the key sources of goals for United, which is not a good thing. You should be relying on Cheslea more.
Yes, correct. So of course, right now is that if you look at our own play itself, we're still lacking of players that actually can provide the service to Sesko. We all know Sesko is good in the air, but unfortunately, we do not have any quality
crosses.
Dogu crosses are pretty poor, in my opinion. He hasn't been hitting very well. It's always either overshot or went off. Same goes for
even his cross to like the early cross in the 3rd minute, the cross was bouncing.
That's right.
He's not the one where you hit towards the penalty spot in the air and then just get the striker, Alan Shearer type of striker, just hit the ball in the top corner.
That's true. So I do hope that Sesko started to find his form a bit. Yes, he did contribute.
It's still very poor from him, right? I think he got taken off to shift around because of something's to change later on because
I don't understand the substitution.
Casemiro got a goal actually. No, before
that he got a goal.
He did score. I think it was a flick on from
Sesko.
Was it Sesko? I thought it was someone else.
Is it? Hold on.
Sesko flicked it on for him. No, I think it was Shaw. Shaw flicked it on for him.
Is it? I can't remember exactly how he goes in, but then
I saw the replay. I think it was Luke Shaw.
That one is another one that he was what we call this head back, and then Mbeumo was on a chance to score, but he didn't score that goal. So yeah, that was a different chance. So yeah.
I think Shaw headed the ball. He won the header. He wanted the ball, and he flicked it on, and then Casemiro at the far post was unmarked. Scored. Good, right place, right time. So Casemiro, good goal. Then foolishly, I think it was like the last minute of added time as well.
That one is a blunder. I don't understand what is he doing.
I think he got booked before that. Then he
That's right.
decided to pull back Andres Santos. For me, not yellow card. Not
It's-
too soft for
it's
yellow.
too
But
soft, but then yeah,
I think that the referee was like, "You're on yellow. Why you do?"
I don't understand because there are some because if you look at the game itself, right, is that why do you need to do that? Especially in the dying minutes. Give him a warning and then to change his style. But then nope, he just decided to.
I think he was a little bit afraid. Like, what if Chelsea score off this attack and then we go back 2-1 and then the team talk will change. But I mean, he's not really going anywhere. He's like the
For
just
I get it that
not.
I don't blame. I don't know lah. It's a bit. Is it annoying to see, what you call this, one of your own senior players doing the same mistake over and over again. It's not the first time he does that. Some of them is just unfortunate. He was caught in that situation. He did the same case. Unfortunately, he made a minor mistake that led to that kind of. It looked so dramatic when he fell, but then it wasn't. But referees being referees, they will just say, "Oh, it was rough," and then got sent off after that. I don't think that it was supposed to be a yellow card. He could have at least get maybe a warning, a stern warning before he could have, because
Yeah,
I don't
because
think he
it's
did other mistakes
just
other
like
than that.
a little bit of like pulling, not like a very like he didn't like grab his shirt
Yes.
until he was about to tear apart or something.
Correct, because if you look at it,
grab
both
the
of them
shoulder
were
a bit.
going for the ball, you see. So
Yeah, it's a little bit too physical for the referee, but I think soft. Yeah, but
it was a soft
he was
yellow.
on the yellow already. He
Yeah.
should watch himself.
That's right. So, but in, like I said, I expected more for him from a senior player, because I thought we could have played well. There's a chance even can score more goals. But unfortunately, because of that mistake, it became a 10v10 again.
As usual, United make things hard for themselves.
Never find a way to
Comfortable
play
and then-
simple. They always had to make it difficult for themselves every single time. So yeah.
And then second half, I think because now the numbers are even now, Chelsea got back into the game as well. They started attack a bit more, and I think Fofana had a header from a corner, a
Yes.
set piece ruled out, and then
And
United
what
again
a-
don't defend the set piece properly. What is that?
Yeah, it's been a same problem every single season. If you look at set pieces, it's always an issue. Corners is always a problem to them. I don't understand why, but then
And this
they keep
time
making-
it's not the keeper though. This one is like the defender,
defender.
not doing their job.
yes, it's not marking properly, and then he was beaten on air, which is kind of.
And I think they got lucky on this one because Fofana was really, really well offside.
yeah,
He was just in front of Bayern when he hit the. Yeah,
Yes.
they got away with that one.
yeah, he
The-
got away with that. So, but then I don't get it lah. It's just annoying that is that this kind of mistake is still happening.
Yeah, and then the Chelsea do score in the end at the 80th minute. The Trevor Chalobah
Mhm.
with a great header, but it's a free header. He should score.
What a
What was
goal.
United's
What a
defense
goal he
doing?
had
They
there.
left him completely unmarked.
It's stupid lah, because like I said, it's the same mistake over and over again. It's the same routine that it could be a simple marking, but instead they always make one decide to be complacent, who don't know who's to mark, and then of course the goal came in. But I'm not gonna put away from that goal.
Great header
Chalobah
though.
scored a very good
The
goal.
keepers
It
has
was
no
a very,
chance.
very
It's
good
just
goal.
if the defenders did their job, maybe he put him under pressure, challenge for the ball. He doesn't score the hit.
Yeah.
So
Then again, if Bellendi had a quiet game, so for him to concede that goal, the same thing over and over again every season. I wish he had commanded the box properly. If he for himself, he could have done well actually if he can command the players to mark certain players, because he's seeing it from himself. But then I don't know. I'm just looking forward to see Lemons play instead of Bellendi. Bellendi was having a very quiet game again. Same thing. It's either he make a mistake that could almost score a goal, or or his teammates made a mistake that he also wasn't able to make it. So lucky for us is that he only managed to concede one goal. I was
right. So
so yeah.
I think you wanted the new keeper to play as well, right? To
Yeah, I
see
wanna go
how
and
how
see
well he
how
does.
well
But
the
right
new
now,
players come
Emery
in.
doesn't seem to want to play him. Lemons.
Well, but then again, speaking of new player, Chelsea, who didn't play?
Garnacho.
Garnacho did not play, which is music to
The
my ears.
pre-match narrative was Garnacho's coming back to take revenge.
He
become
wants
match
to
winner
be,
for-
but then what happened?
But
He
match
didn't
winner,
have a chance to play.
match winner, no. Bench warmer, yes.
Yeah, so the funny thing is that he left Manchester not to be in a bench, to go to a team to be in the bench. Doesn't make sense at all. So well, if that is what he want to do, then go ahead. I wish him all the best. I'm not gonna lie that he is a very good player, but his ego is the one that is needs to be in check. So if let's say Maresca managed to control him, managed to get the best out of him, and then control his ego, yeah, there's a good talent there. But then but then what you can if you know him very well yourself, how he's been acting, he is
If
a
you're
very
surrounded by
ego.
people who are not
He's
looking
not
out for
good enough for him,
you
that's right.
for your career,
Yeah.
you're gonna struggle
It's
to hit those talents.
correct. I do
and
hope
get
he
them
play
right
well. I
again.
do hope
Yeah.
that he with the right proper guidance from a good coach, he could play better. But then only time can tell, because it's either he plays well this season or he doesn't at all, because um, this is an opportunity for him to play well, because if you can see for the team itself, Chelsea has a very young team, so any player he can just swap any players anytime, but whether he can take his opportunity or not, it depends to him. So yeah.
We will see, because you didn't get to show anything. So some interesting stats apart from the Sanchez red card. United extended their unbeaten home streak against Chelsea to 13 games. So Chelsea don't really have a nice time coming to Old Trafford. So maybe home advantage.
When was the last time Chelsea won at Old Trafford? That was a long time ago.
13 home games is at
It's
least
a
7
bigger
seasons
couple
ago.
seasons, that's right. So
So
let's
that's a
hope he
really long
sticks
time.
to
So
that.
I think the last time was probably the 18-19 season.
Yeah. So hopefully he will play well. Hopefully we manage to get a win here. Hopefully we can continue winning.
Amorim's first 2-match winning streak in this current season
Yes.
as well.
Hopefully he will continue to have 5, hopefully. And then we can see that United fan to finally get his hair cut. If not, the week goes on for him.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh god.
what else can you do, man?
Yeah, like I say, I'm still saying is that there's still a long way to go for United to play well. They have a lot of issues, which I felt that is an issue that they need to sort out, especially in the midfield itself. The midfield wasn't being exposed by Chelsea this game because of the send-off and then the substitutions. But imagine if, let's say, Sanchez didn't get sent off and then they literally ran through. I think the midfield would be a problem that we had to face off. So yeah. So hopefully.
But the 2-match winning streak is only for home games only. So it's still not like, because they lost to City the other week. So.
Yeah, that's shitty, man. That's another shitty game.
But you need a strong home record regardless to help you with the season. So maybe this will help United further down.
And it does help Amorim as well, because like I said, he had a very shaky start to the season itself. Not a very good record right now. So he needs to need to dig any more chance of getting more points, or I don't know how long he'll be lasting. He may be lucky for this game.
We'll hope for the guy's hair, that United fan, for his sake, United win.
Yeah, still a long way to go. It's still 5 games. But
4 more to go. 4 more to go. 1 win, 4 more to go. Let's see. Next, I think United's next game is not Sunderland, Brentford. Away.
It's still
Brentford away. Sunderland is the following week where they are home again. But Brentford, I think last few seasons Brentford has United's number. They do very well against United.
Yeah, they play pretty well, but because their clear players is still with them. One of them is with us right now.
Yeah, I think Brentford this season are gonna struggle a lot because they lost their star players. But I mean, scoring goals is not the problem though. Apparently, they scored like 6 goals in the 5 games. So I think maybe scoring they might. But they lost a lot. They lost Nergat as well to
Nergat is right.
to Arsenal as well. That's crazy.
Yeah, so
they lost so many players this
have a lot
this
to
season.
work on. Yep, that's right.
Right. So what are your hopes for the Brentford game?
I'm hoping that this time round we manage to see Cunha play. Because we managed to see on the Chelsea game, he managed to have a quick cameo. I thought he was going to be injured for a long time, but like he's not. It was just a short one, which is a good thing. And then The other thing is also I would like to see more of Mainu playing now that you have what we call is Casemiro sent off. Hopefully we get to see him play as well. But of course there will be also more question marks again after that. If let's say Cunha is gonna play, where would Ahmad be playing? Because I foresee Ahmad and Mbuemo are struggling to play alongside each other because their playing style is almost the same as each other. So both of them like to cut to the mid and then try and score. But then every time you can see is that when they want to do the same thing, both of them bang to each other.
Get into each other, yeah. They were solid. They were to solid out. Like, one will have to stay wide when one comes in.
Yeah, so I don't know because I felt that there's more questions rather than answers right now. Because like I said,
it's still early. It's still early.
It's still early.
Probably give them maybe around Christmas to sort things out.
Christmas, will there be time for Amorim to end? Yes, they say that they're gonna. The board has backed him, but then how many times have we seen them say, "Oh, they're gonna back the coach," and then a few weeks later, he was replaced. So I don't know. I'm hoping that Amorim finally listened a bit.
Maybe sometimes when they say they back the coach, they want to see the back of the coach.
Yeah, you'll never know. Because they are chasing quality players right now. You can see coaches they are trying to hunt. One of the rumors they're saying is that they're trying to get Xavi, which I don't know whether it's a good idea or not right now, because the team is on a struggle phase. If let's say the team is not playing well, the team is not really built up well.
Yeah, but if you keep changing the manager, right, then
I felt that they need to stick to one.
How do you even understand any identity to the team?
Yeah. You can see is that every season itself they say, the coach need to have an identity. But then when the coach give an identity, the team says they're not playing very well. Why are you still following the identity? You have to tweak. But this time around,
we'll see. Maybe he does need a bit of time because he got new signing as well. So it's not like
the only thing I'm hoping right now is Saiful to finally start scoring goals. At least give him the confidence.
We'll see.
Yeah, once he have the rhythm to start scoring, or maybe once the the two number 10s adapt to playing style with Sesko, hopefully we can see a better.
Yeah, he plays well internationally, so
so there is the quality there. It's just finding the player to give him the opportunity. So,
right.
All right.
So let's move on to the other big game.
All right. So the
next last of the big games. So Arsenal face Man City at the Emirates Stadium.
Yes. What's your thought about the game actually?
Yeah, my thought is that opportunity lost. We only played well for 45 minutes. Same with Liverpool, but Liverpool end up winning. So, yeah, Arsenal's starting 11 was a bit confusing for a lot of people. I thought I understood what the idea was, but the idea was not executed at all. So it was very, very poor in the end in the first half. It was a very defensive-minded. A lot of people are saying defensive-minded. I don't see it like completely, but they are not as offensive-minded as you would like. So we're playing with the double pivot of Zubimendi and Rice right now, with Marino slightly more advanced. But Marino's usually picking up deeper positions than other players who are playing in this position, like Nwaneri and Erdegaard, I think he came in for Erdegaard. So Arteta got the selection wrong probably on this. Very poor first half. Like every time it went through the middle, the attack just died. we had bright sparks, right? So we had Madueke on the right side. He was doing very well actually on the right flank. He was creating our most dangerous opportunities, but he had, I think, one very good shot as well that Donnarumma had to save at his near post.
That's right. Remember what a shot was that actually.
He took it on his weaker side as well.
Exactly. So for him to be
Madueke is like building on his career from Chelsea coming to Arsenal. A lot of people are doubting him. He's now doing very well. Started brightly, and then did well in the international break as well. Carried the confidence into club football as well.
Exactly. That's
right. Unfortunately, he taken out at halftime because he got a knee injury, and the reports are saying 6 to 8 weeks. minimum
6 to 8 weeks.
before
That's
he'll be back.
that's a long
Hopefully
time.
I think the timeline is okay because it might be back for the North London Derby actually.
So during the
timing
period
wise,
itself, who's going to replace him for the time being?
well, Saka was back. Saka came on for
okay.
Madueke in the end for the second half. So but we'll have more about that later on because I think City really did very well in the first half. They stuck to their plan, and I think City were surprisingly not so offensive
Yeah.
for this game.
Surprisingly,
It could be that, he seemed like Pep Guardiola seemed like he was afraid of 5-1 happening again when he pushed too high. So a bit of trauma. And then Haaland, what a goal. I have to say, even though like we're the receiving end of it, that the way he turned turbo and to score right through the middle. It's not the first time. I think last season as well, the 2-2 draw.
Yes.
The first game we had, he also scored a similar goal where Savinho played him through, and then he ran through the middle as well. Ran past Gabriel, same thing. It was a goal that time. And same outcome this time. So Reinders got the ball from Haaland, I think. Who started the move? Haaland started the move because of loose possession. And then he did very well with the hold up play. He played the ball off, and Reinders got played through the middle. Haaland after that, he just turned turbo and was on his bike. Vroom, and then he ran away from Gabriel. Gabriel had no chance. And Gabriel's not slow, but he made Gabriel in that one. Although I think Gabriel gave up sprinting after him when he realized Haaland was already
He's too far up already.
He's too quick. And
he's a beast. He's a
takes
beast,
a good touch and then scores with his right foot. So City played pretty good, controlled what we wanted to do, but I think they let Arsenal have the ball. They pretty much let Arsenal take the ball, try to break us down. Couldn't break them down in the first half. Arsenal didn't have a shot in the first 30 minutes of the game. The XG was 0. Zero expected goals, so that means you're not shooting. Either that or you're shooting off target.
Surprised that they actually didn't get. But then if you look at
really poor. Yeah.
Some more is that. But then if you have to play also, how are they going to score? Because right now is that when you have talents that actually can defend very well, especially if you have Rodri on starting to find form again, I doubt that it's very easy to get through the midfield. Everything.
Yeah, but I think Rodri was not at his best even
He's
in
not
this
there
game.
because I think is that if you look at the game itself, also, right, he was playing a bit defensive, right? Probably because they want to ease Rodri in back to the game.
Yeah, he's not playing those usual line breaking passes
correct.
that he used to.
So he's taking a while. I think is that this game he wanted to play a bit slower, so that actually Rodri can actually build back his confidence, and then because he was away for the whole season last season, you see. So
He got the ACL against the Arsenal as well. So he came back recently in the Club World Cup.
And then slowly, I think he what we call is Guardiola was thinking of that approach, by playing defensive, but then playing on the counter, so attack them on the Because if you look at
I also didn't understand Trossard playing on the left side for Arsenal. I didn't understand that. Yeah, he couldn't beat his man in the first half too often. Because Trossard has good acceleration, but he doesn't really have top speed. So he can be over 5 yards, and then after he's right. So a bit rough playing Trossard on the left. Like no one running in behind.
And some
Man City were very comfortable. Man City was just sitting low block for the entirety of the first half actually.
Because if you look at the way they play, right, they are playing 4-1-4-1. And then they purposely put Doku.
Very unusual for
Foden.
City to sit this deep, I've never seen City play like Pep Guardiola really got traumatized last season.
I guess he's
You never thought you'd see the day that Pep Guardiola parked the bus.
Yeah, so when I saw this game, I was like, it's a bit weird because we don't really see that kind of approach all the time. Usually they will always be on the on the top gear and then just attack, and then you rarely see players like Foden on the wing side. It's always more into the midfield and then cutting to the wide and cutting back in. But in this game itself, you can see is that they're putting him at the wide, and then from
Yeah,
playing on the
he was
pace.
doing more defensive duties, and
That's right.
as a result, I think Foden wasn't really impacting the game that much
Yeah.
as well.
So I think is that they, in a way, also Guardiola played the tactic wrong, but somehow they managed to find the goal. So yeah, I think is that. Then again, if you and any other days, you can see that once Haaland is on the beast mode, it's very hard to actually stop him.
Yeah, he's currently, I think, the top scorer, 6 goals in the Premier League.
Why am I
right
not
now.
surprised?
The
game against United
it's his
itself is
5th goal
really
against Arsenal in 7 games. Yeah, he loves to score against Arsenal. Let's be real.
Same goes for Manchester.
But then again, we play to his strengths. You know, he can run through the middle.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, first half was poor. Arsenal came back into it in the second half. I think should have played like that from the start.
Yeah.
Why wait for 45? It's such a waste of 45 minutes. So, Madueke and Marino were taken off, and then Eze and Saka were brought on for second half, and then immediately we saw the first 3 minutes we had a couple of shots already. One from Zubimendi that goes over the bar because he leaned back a little bit too much, and then a couple of minutes later, Eze powerful strike, and then Donnarumma actually keeps it from going out from a corner, very well controlled save. But it was a very strong shot. But
I still think that he is not those typical goalkeeper style that actually Guardiola will get. But then
but he's so good against teams like Arsenal who want to control the game and have a lot of shots, a lot of chances. So yeah, what a signing, I would say, for City, and they have to shift away from the Ederson long ball already. There is no longer an option. They have to play a different style from behind already. As long as he can pass the ball on the ground, I think it's okay.
Exactly. So I think this is the chance for Guardiola to show his flexibility of taking players, and then see how he can actually adapt to that change. Because right now is that the game, the way he played, I don't think I've ever seen him playing so defensive before.
Yeah, speaking of the flexibility, he actually 5-5-0 at towards the end. He took off Haaland.
Yeah.
And then put on Nico Gonzalez instead. And then Arsenal's goal managed to come. Eventually, Arteta threw on the remaining forwards that he could to try to get something from the game. Took out Trossard and Timber, and then put on Martinelli and Nwaneri.
What a goal for Martinelli.
Saka at some point ended up on the left side, even. He was not on the right wing. It was towards the end, he was on the left wing instead. And then Martinelli got shifted to the right wing. And that's where we saw what a goal from Martinelli, like you said.
What a goal, especially at the very closing period. I thought
and it was like, as they picked the ball up in the middle of the park, he was given so much time. Like, Man City just didn't want to close him down. And then, for whatever reason, they sat so deep for most of the game. The one time they decided to push their line up, Martinelli caught him behind.
Yeah, it was like, I didn't expect it to be just like that, and then they will lose the whole back line just like that. He ran.
If you play 5-5-0, you can just play deep, right? You're already defensive.
So I was expecting him to play a bit laid back, but then I think they decided to know, you know what, okay, let's push. At the wrong timing.
And then Martinelli times his run perfect.
Perfect
The
timing
ball
run
also perfect.
Yes.
Right into his path. The ball loops up a bit, and then he just takes that one touch. And I think Donnarumma was hesitating. He was like, should I come, should I not come? And decides to pour it, and then too late. Yeah, Martinelli so quick.
Yeah, yes. He should have, if let's say he has made up his mind earlier, he could have at least blocked the shot itself. But then he came out
there
so
was
slow.
a chance. Like the moment he decided,
he did not really like
halfway there, halfway not there, right. No man's land, he was done. And then he flapped at the ball. It was so funny to do that. Like the so solid Donnarumma actually made a mistake at the end.
At the very last moment when he needed. But what a goal!
So,
legit.
Yeah. But Martinelli scored in the midweek as well in the Champions League against Bilbao off the bench. So now he continuing it for a second game in a row.
Oh man! Hopefully we can see the run continue, especially for Martinelli as well, because I wanted to see him doing well as well. I think there's
a
a
lot of
chance
people,
for
a
him
lot
to
of
play.
Arsenal fans are just talking rubbish about Martinelli this entire season. It's like it's only 6 games in and they're already writing it.
Yeah,
Really rough. Sometimes I don't understand the fans.
I don't get it. Basically, for me, is that of all the fans that I've seen
It's
so
so
far,
reactionary. Like
yeah,
one bad game, oh you're shit. Next great game, you score a hat trick. It's like what? Make your mind up, man. You see world class or not?
yeah, it's just so confusing for Arsenal fans at times. Whereby I'm not saying is that our fans here, but it's more on more on the Europe side itself. In England, is that I don't understand why there is a need to actually judge some of the players and just for certain things, just because of
Yeah.
certain mistake, and then oh he's a shit player. But then before that they say oh he's the best player, blah blah blah. So the way they turn players just like that is kind of sad.
Yeah, the fans gotta keep a bit more faith.
Yeah, they need
Before
to have because if you look at the
signing
game,
Madueke as well, everyone
they were
had a
judging
petition.
why.
Please don't sign him. I was like, why do you even need a petition?
Give him a chance. Give him,
You're sitting at home on your chair, on your sofa, watching football. You don't know shit.
yeah, it's, I don't get it. I just don't get sometimes where how they can just think, oh, they are best in everything. Like at first of the season, oh, we're gonna win treble, but then because of one mistake, oh, this guy is shit. This guy is that. This guy and this. I don't understand that.
Yeah, let's see if Martinelli can continue to produce even as a starter as well. But right now
so.
his impact is best on the bench. So yeah, I think we should see more of him in the coming weeks to make more impact in really decide games. Like he won a point.
Mhm.
And for me, it's a point won, not a point. Not 2 points lost because we basically gave up the first half. So
Yeah, the first half was
should have won. Yeah, first half was poor.
Mhm.
And some other interesting stats that we can take from this Arsenal Man City game. Eze assists a goal for the second game running
Oof.
Premier League. Last one was Gyökeres against Forest, where he played that low cross into the box. Right, so I think Eze starting to understand how Arsenal play.
Yeah. It takes
And,
time.
he's-
It takes time for him to take space. But then once
But he's so talented. It's like I think he's faster than expected. That
Well,
he already.
there's a
adapted
saying
to
is
the
that
team already.
some legends say is that if you have good soccer brains, you can adapt to any playing style immediately.
Yeah,
if you're shit,
yeah, I
you're
think
shit.
Eze definitely has a football brain and
Yeah.
that technically so gifted.
Mhm.
So that pass was perfect. The cross the other week was also perfect. So as long as he continues to produce, I think Odegaard may have very strong competition. Because Eze played more centrally for this game rather than on the left.
Mhm. So
And then
usually
we see
would you prefer him
Saka
playing at
finally
the
going back
centre?
on the left side for the first time for a while.
Saka, another quality player there. Imagine if it's
But
right now.
I hope Saka is not like overplayed again like last season because
Yeah.
the hamstring popped and then
I hope that he just give him some
for
time
so
to
long.
rest, fully recover. Don't let straight away put him back to first team. Maybe like play him substitutions after a while, and then once he get the rhythm back, and then once he feeling the groove again, then they can play more often. Because I'm seeing players rush in after being played first 11 after a very bad injury. It's not really
And
a
then
good
they
idea.
get cropped again
Yeah.
right after. Yeah, so
Mhm.
load management is very important.
Yes, correct.
Right, so at this point of the recording, since we're Thursday, then the EFL Cup has already been played. Eze has also scored his first goal for Arsenal. So yeah, like
Well done,
we
well
just said,
done.
he's adapting very well, adapted to the Arsenal team so far. And Trossard also scored in the EFL Cup.
Well
with-
done.
Port Vale being the opponents, and I think Port Vale had a record turnout as well for a very long time.
Mhm.
They're like 16,300 on so a lot of people were watching really excitedly, Premier League opponent, see how
Indeed.
Port Vale can do. Port Vale are very poor though because 11% possession. So Arsenal expected, dominated, and still people criticizing, why play so slow? Like, why you want to go all out for a game you won already?
Yes. So
If it's an easy game, just treat it like a fitness run out. Right?
Mhm.
If you want your players cropped by the halfway of the season, I don't think so, right?
That's true. Because we also
Carabao
want
is
to
for
give
the
chance
for
for the
the
players as
the
well.
reserve players, for the
Yes.
youth to get minutes. Don't have to go all out sometimes.
Yeah, we
You
can
know you're
always.
better
There
than
are
that.
times
Yeah.
when these kind of cups is always opportunity for the youngsters to go and play and showcase their
Yeah,
talent.
Max Daumer managed to play and create one good chance for Gyökeres as well.
Another quality youngster.
Yeah,
That one is the player to look forward
hopefully,
to.
hopefully we see him more in the Premier League as
Yeah.
well. Dauman.
Got to be
Right, so
actually.
yeah,
Yeah, so I got a chance to see him play in Singapore a while back during the preseason. What a talent he has there. So
yeah, he won on the penalty and against Newcastle. So talented. Yeah. Speaking of possession, Pep Guardiola's team have recorded the lowest percentage of possession since he took over the side in 16-17.
Tell me about it.
33%. 33% possession. You don't see City getting 33%.
Exactly. So when I was looking at the stats, I was like, that was the first time I was like, am I looking it right? Is it really his style? Because I've never seen Chelsea play. I mean, Man City playing this well, this slow pace with low possession. Because if you look at past histories of Guardiola, is the type of player who likes to play possession.
I think his average was like 57, 58%.
So for him
Historic.
to have this low, it's mind-boggling to me as well. Because I've never.
The funny part is this is not the first time. This is fourth time he's gone under 40%.
Oh man.
And one of the other games that he went under 40% was also against Arsenal in the 22-23 season. 3-1 at the Emirates.
Oh.
That Kevin De Bruyne chip. Tomiyasu mistake.
De Bruyne again. What another player.
But De Bruyne now at Napoli. I think he played against Man City in the Champions League as well with Napoli. So yeah, not a happy return for him. Of course, he wanted to maybe win and show that the City management were wrong to let him go and not renew him. Unfortunately, it didn't turn out that way. So yeah, City won pretty big against Napoli in the end.
Napoli is another strong team to look forward to.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, Doku was
ever
fire.
ready.
He was fire against Arsenal.
Every single game
so well. He was like, I think, their main threat going forward. He kept carrying the ball in front, drawing fouls, and getting City high up the pitch, and then he created a lot of problems for Arsenal. Want to watch, right? Doku. I think this could be his defining season.
His defining season, yeah. I think he's starting to show his quality again. I think that time also with the previous game also he was playing very well. The way they attack, the way he played, the way he contribute to the team, the way sometimes to go attack, sometimes to go and pass. He really time after a very
his decision making is a lot better.
Way better. We have
last season he liked to keep chopping back again, and then the opportunity was gone.
So he take his time, but this time now his decision making is way better. So
releasing the ball a lot quicker now, for sure.
Yeah, so hopefully in the future we start to see him more of like also assist and score goals more often as well. So this is something that if he managed to actually nurture himself well to that kind of approach, he's gonna be one of the players to look forward to in terms of being one of the best. Premier
League. The next game for Arsenal is away at Newcastle. It's going to be a rough one.
Newcastle.
In recent years, I think Newcastle have done well against us.
Newcastle also starting to find they have their players back already all. Surprising to me, of all the signings, they had their striker has started to play pretty well, which is a surprise to me because I've never expect him to be scoring more goals immediately. If you look at the games itself,
yeah.
He somehow managed to adapt to playing style well at the Toons. So hopefully he can see a better start of him as well.
Yeah, speaking of Newcastle, they beat Bradford City 4-1 in the EFL Cup, and Joe Linton scored a brace, so he will be ready to play against Arsenal for sure.
He is one of the players.
Joe Linton is like one of the key players for Newcastle. But I think he was bought as a forward, but he moved back into central midfield. Yeah. Now he's a central midfielder, so not more of a box to box. Well, we'll see, because Newcastle not easy ground, right? St. James's Park is always
a challenge,
a tough place to go to. And Liverpool struggled there and just needed a last minute winner from the youngster Ngumoha.
Another quality youngster. They have a lot of good players coming up. It's just unfortunate that they They utilize all their key players. Like for example, the defense right now, all youngsters coming in. They didn't get the players that they wanted to buy, but then with all the players that they have at the reserve, we call it the reserve of the youth players coming into their ranks, it's not bad actually. You can see.
I think Newcastle will be a little bit weaker in front because
Yeah.
Isak is no longer with them, so their main forward threat is not there. They I think not scored that many as well. They got
Yeah, they
3
not scored
goals
that
in the
much
first
as well.
5. So maybe Arsenal can finally have something and find a victory somewhere. You know, it's 5 points behind Liverpool is pretty rough, right?
Oh, that's a very early in the season. 5 points. Yeah, that's a lot of difference. Each point
Right, so
plays an important role for each team if they say they want to go and win the title this year. I don't think you can just say you can put away United. United ain't gonna win that title anytime soon.
right, from here on in, thanks to technical difficulties, we were forced to re-record this part separately. So we were last talking about the title challenges. Would Saif like to refresh us on that?
Okay, so right now after we have discussion earlier on, we all agree that there are 3 main contenders right now. Firstly, Man City. Secondly, Liverpool, and then another one more will be the Arsenal.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
beyond that, we don't see at the moment because we based on their their current performance. We only assume is that these are the best 3 for now, but it might change.
Yeah,
We may not know
there are
because
some other close ones nearby as well. In terms of points total, like Spurs same point total as Arsenal right now. But we will hold judgment. We will stick with the favorites. You know, they have the biggest changes in terms of their squads, and I believe it's early days for the team as well because so many personnel changes. I don't think they're fully gelled in. Once they're fully gelled in, you can see the real Arsenal, Liverpool, or Man City.
True. It's still early in the season because it's only like a few games in. So probably
5
once
games
we
in
hit
only.
after Christmas, I guess, or around Christmas.
I think we were talking about it earlier in the podcast as well, where we were discussing like the gelling time. You know, Amorim needed until Christmas or something like that, and I think it applies to even the title challenges as well, because they have a very large number of incomings, and that will take time. Like you can see, Gyökeres still not gelling and still getting some important goals as well.
Well, on the plus side, you can see that he is starting to score goals. So that's one thing good about it. If he's not scoring goals, then like what you're saying right now for Sesko, it's a bit difficult, is it? So for the new players, I can say is that Ekitike is scoring well also, scoring goals.
Yeah.
What we call is this who's his name again? Gyökeres also is scoring goals, so it's not that bad. So as long as he can, at least they manage to grind some goals, results, and then contribute to the team, it's all right.
Yeah,
so,
they will always be judged on the goals and assists. Ultimately, some people don't care if they play properly with the team or not, as long as they got 1 goal, 1 assist. No, you can play the worst game in the world, and then they're like, okay, that's a good performance.
But other than those giving goals, also we have to also give credits to those who actually played a part. Like for example, any of the defense. Sometimes you can see is that like the strikers or the attacking players are doing the hard work, but then at the same time, the defense also are actually contributing to make sure that there's a clean sheet, so to minimize the goal difference between the top 3 teams. At the end of the day, also it's also important to know what is the goal difference between each other.
They can be famous saying, defense wins you titles.
Yeah, it's important. It's important as to concede less goals as well as scoring more goals.
Yeah, so we definitely want some balance between that as well. You don't want to be too adventurous, you know, leaving gaps behind. You don't want to be so deep behind that you have very little firepower in front as well. So United, I think, gonna find it a bit more challenging with the run of fixtures. Firstly, I think away at Brentford, where they didn't do well historically last couple of seasons. They struggled a bit at Brentford.
So we don't know how well they're going to perform this game round. So hopefully we can get results, but then we'll never know. We will never know which United team will turn up. Is it the Gong Ho team or the very defensive or don't know what to do team? Because we really don't know which team gonna turn up. So that's the hard part to
Sounds
decide.
like Arsenal back at some certain point. We didn't know which Arsenal would turn up. We only knew
Oh.
Arsenal would attack.
Yeah, so now United don't know how to attack. It's more like, then again, they don't know how to defend as well, because I think this whole system they're trying to, it's a bit difficult for them to adapt, because I don't think the team is built for this tactic. But then the coach is, the end of the day, the coach made a decision. So I do hope that whatever happens to the results, it also plays a part by the manager lah. Because doesn't mean is that the players are playing up front. That means they are there for that. It also important is that the tactics also plays an important role to decide whether they will play well or not.
That's true.
So if they are playing out of position, I can assure you without a doubt, they will not play well. Unless if they are those players that can really adapt. But I have not seen players that really adapt well week in, week out. Maybe a few games, yeah. But then if let's say in a long vigility, no. So so
that's whole judgment for a bit for this season. A lot of new signings are coming in. Yeah, and then Arsenal not gonna have an easy time at St. James's Park as well. Probably Man City have the easiest match on paper. On paper, they are home against Burnley.
That's true, but then also you have to take note that their team also hasn't been playing very well as well. That in terms of defense, their attacking is very well, but then
Haaland 6 goals so far in the season. Probably carrying the attack as well.
Is an important part lah. So at the same time, also we have to also note is that which Foden turned up also. Is it the one that is highly rated, or is it the one that is very precautious? Yes. So it's all
find the real Phil Foden.
But what I can say is that Foden should be very, very careful, because right now Doku is playing pretty well. And then they also have one more player from Lyon. I can't remember his name exactly.
Ryan Cherki.
He is looming at the back. If he don't turn, if let's say, what do you call this? Foden don't turn up well.
Yes.
And not starting to go into first, like third gear. He's in trouble, because the moment Cherki is back fitness, I can assure you that he's going to play, and he's going to fight for his position. And then there will be danger for United after that if he is not injured for that game.
Liverpool, I think, suffered a blow to their defenders as well, because their new 18-year-old signing, Giovanni Leoni, I think he got an ACL during the EFL Cup, so he's going to be out for the season pretty much. But he's still young, he can come back from it. It's no longer a death sentence to get an ACL as a professional footballer.
I think at a young age, it is normal for a lot of athletes, especially those from the reserve or from the youth team coming up to the first team to get injury, because they are trying to adapt. Their body
ACL feels like a luck thing, don't you agree?
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, so but it leaves Liverpool short behind. So if they get an unfortunate injury to any of their remaining defenders, they're gonna struggle to
that's true.
replace them at the end of the season, and we don't want to see so many injuries at the start of the season as well.
Well, you can also remember the time whereby Shaw was playing. Shaw, when he first started, he joined to Man United, he was playing very well, and then when he got his double leg tackle and then broke both his foot.
Broke his leg.
It affected his whole career after that. So let's hope that he recovers well, and then City don't push. Liverpool don't push.
He's only 18, man. Like pushing him so quickly is also going to be very, very bad. He's supposed to succeed Virgil van Dijk as well, I think, in the future.
They are supposed to slowly come in and then replace the seniors, not immediately impact straight away, because
Agreed.
it's something that they need time to adapt. Although yes, talent is there, however, also giving them the time, and then the time for them to mature, it does help, plays a part in making them better. If they rush them too fast, and then they get into they go into their head about, I'm doing well, but then when it didn't turn out well for them, if their mentality isn't there, it's gonna crack them. So patience is very, very important.
I think his first season outside Italy as well. So he's in a different country, different environment. Maybe during his rehab, he might be allowed to go back to Italy to be a bit closer with family. We'll see, because like I think for the first few months of recovery after surgery, the club needs to monitor and take care of him, so he won't be allowed to go back unless he's starting rehab. So we'll see how things go. And I would say the Palace game isn't going to be easy for Liverpool as well, because historically they don't do well against Crystal Palace.
Palace had quality players, and then somehow is like I think we discussed earlier on with regards to their tactics. Their tactics are playing way better than how we United are playing and other thing. So
I feel like Glasner got the best out of whatever players there are at Palace, even though not all of them are as talented.
He select the players together, and then he tried to tweak certain. Okay, maybe yes, he won't play this tactic, but then he also tried to see how they can adapt to that system. Or if let's say this system doesn't adapt to this player, maybe he tweak a certain thing to make sure that the player can adapt to that role. You see, so that's the difference between City manager and Liverpool manager lah. City, I mean Crystal Palace manager and what we call this United manager.
We'll see how Palace do, because we all remember, I think was the Brendan Rodgers title challenge season in 13-14, where Cristanbul happened. Liverpool were 3-0 up and ended up drawing 3-3. So Liverpool don't have good memories playing against Palace. Arsenal had some poor games against Palace as well, to be fair, but
then again, United also have world matches against them as well. So
Palace always been a kind of a dark horse kind of a team in the last 10 years or so, since they came back up. That you can kind of see them sometimes have a great game against some of the top teams. I think Palace also beat Man City at some point as well with I think it was the goal of the season, that season from Andros Townsend, the 18-19 season, where he hit that volley from like about 30 yards out, and then it went to top corner. So top bins. Right, so I'll say to conclude that this coming week of matches is going to be very interesting, to say the least. So we'll see how each team copes with it. Right, so any last words from Saif over here?
I guess it'll be interesting. I'm not gonna be sure what's gonna happen for next week game, but then there will be a few interesting matches. I guess we can actually. It may turn out well. It may not turn out well. I don't know.
Yeah, Brighton Chelsea as well, because I think before we even like move on this, Brighton Chelsea, everyone remembers the goal of the season last season where Mitoma took down the ball so incredibly well and then finished off. Yeah, there's still manages to be a mystery how he managed to take the ball with that first touch. And then his second touch, he knew what he wanted to do. He just went in, caught the ball in, and then Chelsea lost 3-0. But this time Chelsea is at home, and Chelsea is quite strong at home. So it might be a different game.
But also to take note is that we should give credits to the Brighton's coaches and recruitment teams have been recruiting very, very good players lately.
Yeah. And then the midweek they had the Diego Gomez guy who scored 4 goals against Barnsley. I know it's Barnsley, but it's still 4 goals. You know, two of them were absolute world class. Both into top bins. Both into top bins.
Amazing players. So
and who is it? Who may return as well to play against Brighton? I think was it João Pedro. João Pedro will be back.
Yeah. And then let's see how he play against his old team again.
Right, so I think that's all we want to cover for this week. Thank you all for tuning in to We Talk Bola for this week as well. We won't be back until the 16th or the week of the 16th of October, thereabouts, the earliest, because I will be away for a couple of weeks as well, due to personal commitments, and then the other two will be busy with work.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll be back in mid-October to join you guys again for some nice discussions, probably.
interesting coming up for the games in the future. And then probably we'll summarize maybe the the 2 weekends that we missed, and then we can maybe talk about it as
Yeah,
well.
we could do that as well. Like, so look forward to it. All right, that's all from us. So, see you from me
You-
for the next 3 weeks. So yeah,
All right. Thanks again, everybody. Thanks for listening. And then best
take care of
wishes.
yourselves and
All
enjoy the
right.
games. Bye bye.
Bye bye.